Aluminium is used to purify drinking water. Aluminium does what it's best at. It connects with the next best molecule, in this case, with the dirt particles in the water. They become heavier and get stuck in the filter or the infiltration basin.
We can also use the polyaluminium chloride to run a flocculation system in our waterworks, where these particles are bound again, and then it becomes the so-called drinking water.
As in the case of the waterworks in Camelford in 1988, this process can also go wrong sometimes.
I used to come here every morning to get my morning papers, and I walked along the river here, and the whole of the river bed was coated in dead fish, and I wondered what on earth had happened. But in the evening, my wife took a bath, and when she washed her hair and mixed the soap with the water, it went bright blue, and she was quite surprised and not alarmed by this. She just it was surprise.
At the waterworks, a minor technical problem was reported.
The water is perfectly safe even for drinking, although the palatability of it means that people won't be drinking it. It is safe for all general purposes, although I will stress that 1 or 2 people will find it a skin irritant.
Finally, Doug Cross was able to make the connection between the dead fish and the strange taste of the drinking water.
When I came down in the morning, there were dead fish here, but not upstream. So the pollution could not have come down the river like this. It started here. And then someone said they were emptying the water mains onto the road during the night, flushing them into the river on the other side of the bridge. And that is what killed the fish. In other words, our drinking water was poisonous.
Eventually, the waterwork authorities had to admit what had actually happened. A newly employed truck driver, left alone at the waterworks, simply filled his load of aluminium sulfate into the wrong tank. The contaminated drinking water was promptly pumped into the district lines. All around, strange incidents started to occur. Carol, Doug Cross's wife, was also affected.
And then my wife began to complain of the arthritis getting very bad. Her sort of illness was relatively mild at the time. Many people were far worse. People told me they had been driving their cars and they had bad memories, and they would stop suddenly in the side of the road and think, where was I going? And why am I on this side of the road? I'm on the wrong side of the road. Things like this became common. Then I started getting phone calls from farmers. One farmer says, I had 40 lambs in a field with a water pipe from the town. And another field, next field, I had 200 more with a natural spring. And all those in the natural spring field were fine. But 10 out of the 40 with drinking tap water died. And then people told me about the similar problems with cows. When you hear of animals dying, big animals, and then somebody says, oh, well, it doesn't affect humans, you know that they're lying.